Today we are going to go over assume the sales and also overcome some objection on top of that. When you assume the sales, first thing is like we are assuming like customer want the sales or like want the service already. If they are already AT&T customer, the normal thing is like what I would do is like after I stay all like how much I can lower it down, and this is pretty much. So for AT&T customer, you just need to make sure one thing is they like the price first. So when they like the price, and then that's the time like when you on the recap section you bring up, oh, there's a cable service come with the TV from there. But for the Spectrum customer, I see their reaction, or like when interviewing, I will ask them, oh, do you have a cable service with Spectrum? And they will say yes or no. If yes, it's even easier close over there. But if they say no, I will say, oh, okay. So only phone and internet, right? And then they will just confirm again. Or they will say like, I don't need the cable service or anything. And then I'll say, okay, that's fine. And I will recap. So whenever if the customer say they already have cable service, I will just bring it up front. But when the customer say they don't have cable service, or they say, oh, I don't need a cable service, I'll bring it in on the recap section. So double check when you input the credit card information, because after you left the business, they might check it and then say, oh, this credit card doesn't work. So whenever what I do is whenever after the verification team call, especially like tax verification, I will call them back on the verification and then ask them like, okay, does it go through? Is there anything you need from me? And if they say, yeah, they check everything, it goes through and the credit card can be used to, then you can left. Otherwise, it's really hard for you to go back to the customer after you left, right? Do you guys have any problems that you encounter in the field too? Okay. And also like being accountable on the meetings and stuff, like what's the mandatory on top of that? Whenever we learn how to overcome the objection, how to react when the customer was telling us about like their concern, how we react, how we reply, right? If they already have the DTV and they know the product already, so you just gave them a lower price, same thing. So everyone would want that, right? Most of the people will just want that. So it's an easy sell. But what is a solution sales and advanced sell? So advanced sales is whenever a people doesn't really want it, but you change their mind by following the 5 steps of the sales. At the end, they actually sign it and they want it. So that is a kind of a advanced sell. And it's going to be like a little bit soft and like medium close, not too hard, but not too soft, but you need to overcome all the objection, right? So this kind of sales is more advanced instead of, because you need to use your skills to overcome the objection. Okay. Second thing, solution sales. What I think for the solution sales is like you solve their problem. For example, our internet speed is too slow. How do you solve it? Internet speed is too slow.
A greater speed, or see if they qualify for a faster speed.
Mm-hmm. But if they don't qualify for a faster speed, that's the most that they can get, 6 megabytes. So that's like a great things too. Like you can still reduce the pricing for them, but what they want is like solution for their internet, right? What I will give them is I will suggest them, there's a Wi-Fi booster. It might help you guys out. It will cover more area, and also it might boost up a little bit speed on top of that. There's like a lot of YouTuber that is introducing the different products, and they can just go online to see and which one they want, and they will ask you what's that called. So it's called Wi-Fi booster. And Wi-Fi extender is the one that extend the Wi-Fi wider to cover the area.
So like the other day we went into a business and the lady told me that she had she told me that her Wi-Fi was slow and that she already had 2 Wi-Fi boosters, but it was still slow. So like, what would you say in response to like?
So I will let her know. There's like different type of Wi-Fi booster. There's a $20 one, $70 one, $100, 200, and 400. So according to one of my customer, the 400 one that he buy, and he only have 3 megabytes, but he can boost up to 400 megabytes. So he doesn't even care that he get a 3 megabytes. But the $20 one, normally it won't boost up too much speed, but it can become more wider. So it depending on different product they have. The $20 one only cover up to 800 square feet. The $70 one cover up to 2,500 square feet. So depending on what how big is the area and how much speed they need. So I will ask them like, what do you guys normally do? If it's only like downloading, not too much like uploading stuff, I would just recommend them use the Ethernet port. That will be even faster instead of they using the Wi-Fi. How about if they have like wire constantly cut off, my internet drop all the time, I don't know what to do, and every week it will drop one time and we don't have any internet at all. How can you solve this?
So, like obviously, maybe speed check, see what they qualify for, and if they don't qualify for anything faster, maybe they have like older equipment, like maybe an old router that's like out of date. Because I remember I walked into this lady had one from like 2002 or like whatever. So I know they have gotten better, so that might be a solution, but I'm not too sure.
Okay, that's good. So what I would suggest, the best things like it can really lower down the customer's bill and also solve their problem over there. There's a things called internet backup service. Like it's an internet backup plan. AT&T can add it on for them. It's $10 more. What I did is AT&T are going to send them an email. They confirm it, and then AT&T are going to send out the device. The device is independent. After they got the device, it's 3-step. There's a paper teaching them. It's really easy. Just plugging in to the modem and then set it up. That's it. So how they do it, how the device will help, if the device has a built-in battery and also built-in Wi-Fi already. Whenever their internet or whatever wire happened, it dropped the line, it will support itself. So they won't encounter any cut off anymore. Even the electric will go off, like there's no usage of the electric, they can support like that too. And from there, they have another thing is like if their Wi-Fi go off, like there's no Wi-Fi, they can support like that too. So how much they get is how much they subscribe to on that independent device.
Something I want to go over too, because if they're, let's say they don't walk away, they have a lot of time, they're just standing right there, right? What are you gonna do? There's an acronym that we follow with that. Do any of you guys know what that acronym is? To build rapport.
It's FORD, right?
Yeah, good job. Yeah, so basically it's like a shortcut. You don't necessarily have to follow exactly, but if you kind of don't know what to talk about, it's like a little guide for you, right? Talk about their family, occupation. I mean, obviously you know what they do. You're like right there with if they own a mechanic, that's obviously their occupation. Recreation, you could talk about maybe talk about like what you like to do and then just relate with them. Or if they talk about what they like to do, then you could relate with them. Like I remember there was a mechanic I walked into, right? And I closed them and everything, and he started talking about bike riding. And I actually want to start doing bike riding, so I talked to him about that.
So right now we can leave the breakout room and then back into the main room.